And welcome to week 29.
Are you sure?
Absolutely. Week 29. Toya is dead. Chris is DMing. Things are moving on. It's the Alan Craft and Tap weekly chat. With me are the legends Chris and Kai.
Hello.
Back
Hello.
at full strength.
And we learnt a word today that you need to Google. Shrimping.
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 Google it. I'm not going to mention it again.
Good.
But somebody actually walked into this room and said shrimping, and he had a
Yes.
t-shirt on. So
Dot.
Google it.
And he's got the hat, so he's clearly a big
No,
fan.
this is it. This is a different type of hat altogether. So
No product placement.
I'll start going on about other things.
Yes. So let us talk about what happened last week in my world, just
Yeah.
to keep the fans happy. Was the party successful?
Yes, very.
Because Toya is no longer with us, and Zez is no longer with us. But we weren't totally successful because we do not have the last piece of the puzzle,
Oh yes, the wooden puzzle is still incomplete.
and we're missing the dagger.
And we're missing the dagger.
So when we return, we'll have to find those items.
Yes.
But items were recovered, one of which sparked the following conversation, which we're going to talk about today, which is homebrew weapons. So, tell me what you said at the end of the last session, Kai.
So we got this big pile of loot after killing the
Debbie Leach.
Demi-Lich, yes. Including several weapons, one of which was a trident, which, looking at from probably mechanical point of view, would be quite a nice, would be an upgraded weapon for my character. It's a +2 weapon and has a nice bonus extra ability as well, which synergizes well with what my character does. But looking from a in-character perspective, my character has this +1 sword that his adopted father gave him when he first went on the quest, and really wouldn't give up using that, so he'd keep using it because it has this like family motto inscribed in the blade. It's got a lot of meaning to it.
What's that motto again?
That motto again
It has
is?
a lot of meaning to it.
It's let honor be your heir, and then 2 other clauses.
It's so important. You can't
I'm
remember
not
it.
as good at catchphrases as Mark.
But you remembered some, which is very good. So
No, I'll
basically,
do that. Yeah,
what do people think about transmuting or taking the power from one magical weapon or copying one magical weapon into another one to keep the family weapon idea going?
Yeah, well, I mean,
That's what you're after?
that wasn't what I was after, but that would be fun. What I was just saying was, could my +1 sword level up and be a +2 sword now that I'm a more powerful adventurer?
But the thing is, you see, I actually think that could be storyline to do that. So I've got no problem with it as part of storyline. I think saying, that happens, is wrong.
Yeah.
I think that's not necessarily has any narrative or story behind it. But if you take that and say, okay, if you want to do that, then we can look at how that weaves into the story and the background and the abilities and the
Who's going to do it? You need a weaponsmith.
Yeah.
You need a magical armor, a magical weaponsmith.
What materials do you need? Where do you need to go and get them? Who do you need to go and see to get what? What book do you need? All that kind of stuff. So there's all
And then
sorts of things.
the favours you need to do to get that done, and then power can go from one weapon to another.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's like, basically an equivalent quest to going and finding a new item as upgrading your own item.
Yes, but you're starting. I want this to become that, and then what I need to do. So that's the way I'm looking at playing it. If people have got other ideas, I know there's weaponsmiths. There used to be weaponsmiths in 2nd edition who could copy weapons. There used to be artificers in other games that can copy weapons. So whatever you do, if you come across a problem like this, let us know, and please, let us have a comment.
Yeah,
We'd like to get a comment back. And Raymond, we're really sorry. We have told Kai off for throwing tomatoes. We won't do it again.
it was a compliment.
Yes.
It was a compliment, however, I don't think Raymond necessarily understood it was a compliment,
Right.
and he stopped commenting.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, my in 3rd edition, I know you could enchant weapons and then re-enchant them when you got more resources and better enchantments.
Yeah. But I mean, there's probably a reason why you've been given a trident, but there's probably also a reason why you could do something else with it later on. So let's talk about homebrew rules. So, rules that we tend to bring into the game to make the game go quicker. The classic easy one is if you drink a potion yourself, that's a bonus action rather than it being a full action. Again, if people have got rules similar to this, I like to say when you level up, you automatically go to, like equivalent of a long rest, you go to full hit points. But again, I've heard people say you have to do it the other way around.
Yeah. In my Tuesday campaign, it's you don't get to level up until you next long rest.
Okay, so you're 7th level, have a kick, and you wake up being 8th level.
Yeah.
So I'm really avant-garde doing it mid-fight then.
Yeah, that's really fucking weird.
I'm weird. I thought that. Yeah, but the thing is, in my view, you're fighting, you're getting XP, you level up. Oh, bang, you've leveled up. And you know what? For this fight, you need it.
I mean, in first edition, it was like you had to. It wasn't even enough just to have a rest. You had to like go back to town and
someone to train.
spend like a week training.
Oh, so you had to trawl the taverns. If you're a rogue, you had to trawl the taverns to find a 15th level thief behind the bar. It often took one tavern to find that thief. Sometimes, no, just...
Who would have known?
It's like the Wizard's Tower. You'd walk up the Wizard's Tower and say, hello, Mr. Wizard.
Yeah, but we never walked up to the Wizard's
Exactly.
Tower. We don't go there with the Wizard's Tower. I know you're bitter, right? But we don't talk about Wizard's Tower.
It's a lovely adventure.
I'm a little bit. I'd like to go adventuring in a Wizard's Tower, but apparently it was a lie.
No, it wasn't. It's just that we turned around and walked in the other direction. And he was like screaming, had tears in his eyes, looking at us, going.
But then
I was liking that.
later, when we finished fucking around in that pub, when we tried to go to the Wizard's Tower, they told us that it was a lie.
You can't tell. Some people are telling lies.
That was bitterness.
That was bitter.
That's tears and bitterness.
Right, so let's have your thoughts on homebrew weapons and homebrew rules for your games. And please, if you don't like us, and give us a thumbs down, just let us know why, because we get some thumbs up, which is brilliant, but we don't. When we get a thumbs down, we don't know what's happening.
No,
So
we'd like some feedback. Could we talk about Lady Marshmallow?
we can now talk about Lady Marshmallow
Lady Marshmallow, the giant fluffy golden sheep.
with the saddle.
So, yeah, with a saddle and a shaved. Anyway.
Yes.
So is she an angel?
I'm not going to divulge any of that information yet. So how did Lady Marshmallow come about?
Well, there was a paladin,
There's a paladin called for a steed.
and then there was a sheep next to the paladin. So it being having a saddle, I assume it's a paladin steed and thus therefore an angel, but who knows?
Well, the thing is, the paladin in question actually saw a picture of said Lady Marshmallow and went, wow, I wouldn't mind one of those. We wonder why. Right? And I just said, your God is listening, your wish is granted.
Yes. Did he have a plan? He had a plan.
Maybe a little.
Right.
By the will.
Well, put a picture of Lady Marshmallow up on the in the chat.
She's very pretty.
Very, very, very pretty, and you can make comments. So, thank you all for listening, and we'll see you next week for more D&D chat from West Yorkshire's top-rated pub backroom chat group.
And it might be the front room, depending on what you're
Yes.
facing.
I think this is the one.
Thank you, and good night.
Good night.
Good night.